Welcome to the Wake Up Call podcast. I'm your host, Melinda VanFleet.
And I'm the guest, Ryan VanFleet.
Only because I've been doing some solo ones too, which I'm going to continue doing. I like doing solo podcasts because I love podcasting.
Yes.
And you are doing your podcast by yourself too, which is good.
Yep, 100%.
Yes. So the conversation of frequency is one that is extremely confusing out there in the land. And it's something that I love to talk about. I actually used to have a group coaching container back, I think in 2023. And when I asked the women what were their favorite topics of things that we talked about as a group, and they were able to ask me questions about, one of them was frequency. They were like, you're just really grounded when you talk about frequency. It helps us so much in terms of understanding people and relationships and not being so hard on ourselves, which obviously then affects people's mental health state. And so I thought that I would have Ryan today as my guest, and we'll have a conversation about frequency and use a recent example of something that happened to me on my Instagram a few days ago that is not meant to make anyone feel bad out there in the land, especially this person if he happens to be listening. It's more of just a really good example of how people are just on different frequencies and it's okay. Mm-hmm. So, are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
So Ryan is with me because he deals with this a lot. Has obviously been working with me a lot. We've been married for almost 20 years, and understanding frequency is a huge part also of why and how we are still together. Love is one thing, friendship is one thing, being business partners is a whole other ball of wax. But even bigger than that is understanding energetic frequency and wanting to work on that together is a huge part of relationships. So that's a piece of it and why I wanted to have Ryan on today. So this podcast can be all encompassing for many different reasons and can hopefully really help people out there. And if you wish to dive into these things further, or you could use some specific help on all of this, I do offer one-on-one coaching. Primarily, that is what I do because of the level of work I do with people. And those options are on my website, melindavanfleet.com, under Work Together. So I have a Work Together page. So anyhow, so let's dive in. So what happened a couple days ago, on my new Instagram, which is the Melinda VanFleet, someone commented on one of my videos from a couple weeks ago, and the comment actually didn't make any sense to me when I first read the comment. And we all, whoever's on social media, let's say, have people that make comments, right?
That's right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes those comments can be triggering. Correct?
That's correct.
Correct. And so for this particular comment, for me, it wasn't triggering because I read the comment and was like, what is he talking about? So it actually was like, what? This comment doesn't make any sense. And thank you for commenting, because let's face it, any comments nowadays, they just help people's algorithm. So it's a nice thing to get a comment, even if you don't like the comment. That's how I look at it. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, thank you for stalking my page, because he obviously was stalking my content, looking for something to comment on. And that's what he was doing. I could tell, I could feel that energy. I am extremely conscious, and I knew that was going on. So when he found this little video and he watched it, it was to someone not on the same frequency as me, very opposite of the post he originally found me through. And so I made the comment back like, this doesn't make any sense, but again, thank you for stalking my page. And I hit the reply, the comment button, and then it came to me through my intuition very quickly, right? Which is also something I help people with. Through my intuition very quickly that, he listened to that video and thought that Ryan was telling me what to do, but really it was my higher self, God, source, however you want to put it, whatever your belief system is, giving me the idea of what to do for that video. You with me? Yep. So where I'm going with this is his frequency of understanding what I was talking about was different than my actual intention of and sharing of what I was talking about. And this happens all the damn time.
That's correct.
Right?
Yeah.
It's literally the metaphysical reason why people have communication challenges and differences, and even differences in beliefs, and how one person could read one thing one way and another person reads it another way, right?
That's true.
How one person can like one person and another person doesn't like one person.
That's true.
How one person could watch a TV show and get something from it completely different than the other person.
That's right.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And the crazy thing about social media is people talk about raising your frequency, raising your vibe, and all this like woo-y type goofy stuff. But no one really talks about just the grounded fact that yes, we are all energy. So if you at least believe in that, which I do believe that a lot of people have heard that before, whether they fully embrace that or embody it, that's a journey. But at least they've kind of heard that, things are energy. But then you have to understand that how that applies to communication, to consciousness, to understanding, and to how something is perceived.
Yes. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's so true.
So what I was always talking about in this container that I held as a coach. So I was the coach for this container, this metaphysical manifestation container back in 2023, was really just the women in the group getting grounded and embodying the fact that if you're having challenges in your job, which was a lot of the conversation, they were having challenges in their job, challenges with clients, challenges in relationships with people, what is often just, you're just on a different frequency. It's really as simple as that.
That's true.
It's really as simple as that, but as complex as that if you're not someone who, let's say, believes in the metaphysical. And again, there's different levels of beliefs for that, which is also a part of the journey in terms of judging others, in terms of understanding any of this, right? You may believe a little bit before you listen to this podcast, you may have believed a little bit, but maybe after this podcast, then you have a little bit more understanding and you go, oh, well, this kind of makes sense. And then you have a little bit more of a belief system. It's all a journey for all of us.
1,000%.
Right? Mm-hmm. So where I'm going with this that feeds into my relationship with Ryan is when he and I met, he told me from day one that he wanted to be the best version of himself, basically.
That's right. I want to be the best version of myself. That is it. And, that comes with, I didn't know how to get there. Because, let me tell you, being the best version of yourself isn't like waking up one morning and being nice to somebody out of casualness. It takes a ton of work.
Mm-hmm. It does. A
ton.
It takes a ton of work.
That includes let's say for now you're in the new age of social media. This is not the new age, but now you're in present day. That means reading something on social media and not immediately going and making a nasty comment.
Mm-hmm.
That is not going in, especially if you're a business owner.
Right. So that's where the frequency comes in. So when people talk about raising your vibe, how you actually raise your vibe is working on your shit. working on your head shit, working on your shadows, working on your reactions, working on your behaviors, working on the things you say, and understanding, like, why did you do the thing that you did? And what does it say about yourself? And that is really hard for the majority of people. And unfortunately, it's getting harder for people to want to do that work. However, the universe is not going to change people. The universe is not going to change. So more and more people are going to get in the, let's say, the red. If you're a financial person, you'll understand that as a terminology, in the red on this in terms of frequency, because they're not willing to do the hard thing. They're not willing to do the hard thing. So again, when I met Ryan, 20 years ago, he was very clear to me that he wanted to do the hard thing. He wanted to do the hard thing. He wanted to, and we have figured it out together. I'm not perfect in this, believe me, hand raised high. I am not perfect, which is good because I get it. I get it without judgment, without making, someone feel ashamed for something. I get all that. I understand emotions. A big part of this is understanding human design, which is also something I embody in our relationship and myself personally, and also use as a tool in coaching. But where I'm going with this is, if you are in a relationship and the other person is willing to do the work, you have a chance. You have a chance for both of you to work on your frequency and both of you to move to a higher frequency together. The difference is when someone does not want to do that. They're literally like, no, I think I'm the best thing since sliced bread or whatever. And everyone should think highly of themselves, actually. So it's maybe not the best example, but it's a little tongue in cheek there. But, which is a whole other topic I'll probably talk about. But where I'm going with this is knowing that Ryan from day one wanted to do the work versus my ex, who I wrote about in Life and Love Lessons. He did not want to do the work. So that relationship ended, a toxic relationship that ended, and that is in that book. I don't need to regurgitate that story. You can find that book on Amazon. But Ryan wanted to do the work. So if you're in a relationship with someone and you can feel that, and this is kind of landing for you, and you're like, oh, I get it. People are just on different frequencies. I can love and accept them for that, right? So in the case of this Instagram post and this person, like, I love and accept him for his comment, which probably was off color, him not understanding what I was talking about in the video. That's all fine. We're just on a different frequency. And that happens with everyone. That happens with, like, people that one person liked, Biden and Kamala, and the other person liked Trump. That's fine. You're just on a different frequency. One person likes, sushi, the other person wants barbecue ribs for dinner. Whatever, you just like different things. You're just on a different frequency. It just makes it really simple. And that's what it did for the women in the group. It just made it really simple that in their mind, if they were struggling with a client or something, they could just be like, we're just on a different frequency, and just like move through it with grace, without judgment, without getting angry, without going in a bad place. But if you're married or you're in a relationship with someone where you're more together, if one person doesn't want to move and the other person is moving, then that's something you have to look at. Then you have to look at that. But I am really lucky from day one, blessed, grateful, all the things, that my soulmate sitting right next to me, who loves to fish. If you don't know this, we own Good Karma Sport Fishing Educational Programs, is someone who from day one wanted to do that with me. Mm-hmm. And I am very appreciative. But a lot of people don't even have that discussion. They don't even have the discussion. So if you're someone listening to this podcast today and you're like, this is resonating a little bit, and I see this, have the discussion. Have the courage to have the discussion. And it may take a little bit for that person to even like get what you're talking about. Because again, metaphysical just means you can't see it. That's all metaphysical means. It's like the belief in the thing you can't see. The belief that there's a power bigger than you, the universe. The belief in energetics. The belief that, you have a higher self. Like all of those things, that is the belief that you have. And I believe in the metaphysical 100%. I have a gazillion stories of evidence, and so does Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
He's also a Star Wars fan, which is a big, thing.
Yep.
So Star Wars is a thing, people. We talk about the resistance. We talk about the Force. Like, you can start to relay, like, so many things in your life to Star Wars. Like, it's, like, legitimately bananas. So,
that's right.
But I'll be like, remember, it's just the Force. Remember the Force. So, would you like to add anything to that?
I don't think so. I just think that, it's like the one thing I do, like, as I worked on myself and got better, I just want to, like, tell people it's okay, like, not to like somebody.
100%. There's
you're not
8
gonna,
billion people in the world.
You're not going to like everybody.
You're not going to like everybody.
You're not going to like everybody. You don't have to work with everybody.
Nope.
It's okay.
That's
but
true.
You don't need to go, like, writing it down on somebody's Facebook wall. Or you don't need to go shout it out on Instagram.
Yeah, or just, this is a check for that,
it's
right?
It's a check for that. It's
this
a check.
This is a check. This is why we're having this conversation.
It's a check for that. It's a check. It's
to
definitely...
share with people, how to think about it so they don't want to do that.
So you don't want to do that.
So you don't feel the need to do that.
So you don't need to feel to do that. You just move through it and move on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like...
And none of us are perfect.
And
I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
Ryan's not
I'm not perfect.
That's how we know these things, people.
Yep. Believe me.
Again, no judgment because we've done the things.
Yep. No judgment.
Get it.
Like, I'm like got my... It's taken me so long just to figure out, like, hey, it's okay to feel...
Yeah, to not want to be best friend. I'll say to Ryan, like, you don't have to be best friends with the person. Because I know I don't have to be best friends with people. It's not about Ryan in this instance. It's about all of us.
Yep.
Like, we don't have to be. Like, I remember when I was in sales, someone told me that the vice president, she didn't like me, but she respected me. I thought that was so amazing. Because I would rather be respected than liked. Like, what's like nowadays, really? Right?
Yeah.
Like, so to me, respect is like, damn, I did an amazing job. I showed up for my clients. My numbers were incredible. I made a lot of money. Like, I was happy. I was productive. I was crushing it, right? So I don't care if she liked me. My numbers were awesome. See what I'm saying? So you don't, like, this whole liking thing, this whole, like, be kind narrative, like, yes, of course. But think about this now from a different lens.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And don't be so hard on yourself, and don't be so hard on other people.
Yep.
Just look at it as like, hey, we're just on a different frequency.
Yep.
And that's what the ladies in the group did. They just started to say, like, they started to kind of chuckle to themselves in their head when they had a challenging client, like, oh, he's just on a different frequency. And it just kind of, like, softened the whole scenario.
Yep.
So,
that's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's all.
Yep.
So, I feel complete with this podcast.
Yep, I feel complete as well.
Yeah.
So, very good.
Yeah. So I would love to hear from you if this resonated. I am on Instagram. I'll put all my handles in the show notes, and LinkedIn is primarily where I'm at. I'm really staying off Facebook, to be honest. It's been such a blessing that Meta, around the time of my birthday, which was the beginning of April, I got a new driver's license. They wanted a picture, blah, blah, blah. Don't need to bore you with details, but I lost my Meta account, and I was actually celebrating that. It was great. It brought my intuition and psychic abilities to, like, a whole other level, to not have all that junk in my life. And so just keeping it super clean with, showing up podcasts, YouTube. I might get back on Medium. For various business reasons, and Instagram and LinkedIn, and TikTok for my science fiction book that I'm working on.
Yeah, all good.
And how can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at goodkarmasportfishing_FL_keys. So, and
LinkedIn.
You can LinkedIn, we have a business Facebook page, Good Karma Sport Fishing.
And we both have Patreons.
Yeah, both have Patreons, and you can email me at goodkarmaryan@gmail.com.
Yep, perfect. So all this will be in the show notes. And until then, I appreciate you listening. I really hope it's Mental Health Month. So I really hope that this helps someone out there from a grounded lens in terms of just explaining some things and just keeping it really simple. And that's what my content has always been, is just very grounded, no fluff, simple content. And so I'm just staying the course with that because I think the world really needs it. And that's what I'm here to do.
Exactly.
So, all right. Bye for now. Thanks for listening.
All good.